Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another You versus Them. Gemini, let's see how you're feeling now, how the person connected to your energy is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And Gemini, these are general collective readings, may not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back, all my subscribers, and welcome in newcomers. Gemini spirit. Alright, Gemini newcomers, I'm setting down two sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center, I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies. If this is your reading, Gemini, you'll know which side you resonate best with. For me, this is going to be person A here, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, I have a Nine of Pentacles. Somebody is opting to be out of a connection, maybe go on their own merry way, be single, be independent. I do feel one of you still wants to work things out because they're feeling now left behind, or they feel they lost out on a very good partnership. They do want a second chance, but they're very burdened, very overwhelmed because of their disappointment. Maybe they never invested when the time was right, or they feel I won't get an opportunity now. The other person says, yeah, this was not my soulmate. If it was a soul bond or something, it was a false one. It's over. They hurt me. They betrayed me. They left me out for dead. I don't want to talk to them. We're not communicating anymore. They didn't value me at all. And things have been on hold for a long time. This person just took my love for granted. That's my first thought. Of course, I'm going to clarify all these cards for you, Gemini, one by one, and then we'll also do your, action cards and your mutual energies. But before that, let's ask the universe, Spirit, what's going on with Gemini and their person? Why are they both feeling this way currently? Gemini and their person. Oh, that's too many. Let's do this again, one by one, please. Gemini and their person. Last one. Here it is. All right. So, Gemini, the first card here says forgiveness. Maybe somebody needs to ask for forgiveness, but if you're the one who's wanting to be single and move on, then Spirit says avoid holding on to resentments in order to move forward. Surrender, letting an old cycle end so that a new one can begin. Fate. This connection was destined or fated. Maybe you guys had to come into each other's life, maybe to trigger each other to learn some very important lessons. So let's see what's going to happen now then, Spirit. Let's start with some dialogue message cards here, Gemini. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now. What would that be? And then, of course, we'll start the clarification. All right, Gemini and their person, Spirit. If they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person, Spirit. That's again too many. 1 second. Gemini and their person, Spirit. One more. All right, let's take a few more from another deck. Gemini and their person, Spirit. If they could say something to each other now, what would that be? And we'll take a few more from a third deck, gems, and then start the reading. Gemini and their person, Spirit. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Gemini, if you're looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here, Gemini, says, I have faith that we'll be together again. I'm holding space for you. You may not be perfect, but you're perfect for me. I have anger issues I'm working on. I feared you were more obsessed with me rather than in love. It felt suffocating sometimes. I guarded my heart because I didn't want to be hurt again. I wasn't ready for what you were offering. Deliver me from temptation. I'm lost in this world without you. It gets lonely. I miss you more now that we are apart. I still feel your presence, your energy around me. I had to move on because we weren't ready for a committed relationship. I had some inner issues I needed to work on before I could love again. I saved all your old text messages and I still read them and think about you a lot. All right, so these were some of your messages, and what I'm getting from these cards and these messages is I think somebody here may have, had their mind on other things. They were not ready. They took their person for granted, maybe had anger issues, thought they were the cat's whiskers or something. But now that the other person has stopped giving to them, it's now hit them that, oh my God, I wasn't ready for what they were offering then, but I am now because it's lonely. Okay, so let's start. Let's start with this side, which is person A for me. And once I'm done here, then later we'll move to the other side and I'll be addressing them as person A and person B, newcomers, because I could be dealing with two Geminis here on either side, right? But if this is your reading, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on, who this person is for you. And yes, it can be a love interest, spouse, ex, secret crush, could even be a business partner, relative, best friend, co-worker maybe. So please use your own judgment. It is a general reading. So person A, let's start with you. Three of Pentacles in your feelings, in your emotions. Okay. So I think person A does want to heal what they broke. I think they broke person B's heart. They want to work things out. At least that's what they are wishing for. Now they are fantasizing, they're dreaming, they're realizing that they had a Two of Cups, but they pushed their love away. They found their soulmate, and I think they pushed their person away. I think that they're realizing that now. I think that now the realization has come, and that's actually making this person very sad and very depressed. They feel now that they are the ones who are sitting in lack. They're feeling sad. They're feeling upset because I think the other person has now taken back their power. Why do you feel this way, person A? Tell me. Because they never offered a partnership. Person A says, I never offered them a partnership. I was breadcrumbing them. Probably they were even giving to more than one. And maybe the other person wanted commitment, and person A had some very strong, maybe, ideas about commitment, which they could have told the other person. Now, so that's the reason I think the other person walked away from them. That's the reason the other person walked away from them, because they were not ready to offer a partnership. Now it's become clear to them, oh my God, this was my soulmate. Now the things have become clear to them. The fog has lifted, the moon has come out from behind the clouds which were clouding their judgment. Now this person says, oh my God, now I realize this was my perfect partner. This was the perfect spouse material, somebody I could have lived my rest of my life with. They are very disappointed with themselves and feeling, I had a chance. I had a chance. But this person, they were, I think their heart was closed. They never expressed themselves. They played hot and cold. They didn't want commitment maybe at one time. And the other person probably even asked them that, are we going to ever, or suggested, let's say, that are we ever going to be in a commitment, and maybe they held back in the past, right? So now they are looking at all their own past actions, and they are in shame and guilt and remorse and feeling, why did I not give them a partnership? Why did I not, have that partnership? Or why did I treat them so wrong? And why did I breadcrumb them? Now all they can hope is that, maybe later peace can be restored. Maybe I can get a second chance. Judgment. What do you want with the Judgment card, person A? Tell me. They want to fight for this connection. They want to fight for this connection because they feel this person belongs to me. This was that golden cup that I was offered from the universe, and I should have taken it then. I don't want anyone else. They're still hoping that things can move in a positive direction even now. At least that's what they're wishing and fantasizing about. So how do you see the connection currently then, person A? How do you see person B? How do you feel about this connection right now as I'm doing the reading? Person A says, I don't know. I just hope they haven't moved on already. I hope they haven't, given their heart to somebody else or found somebody better than me who, has offered them everything that I didn't. Maybe what if they are in a long-term commitment already, all because I never made the choice? I think this person chose passion over commitment in the past, and these thoughts are really worrying this person. They are burdened, they are overwhelmed, and thoroughly, thoroughly disappointed with themselves, I feel. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, because they feel, what if their person is not even single anymore? What if I've lost my chance? What if I'll never get a second chance again? Right, person A? Yeah, I think they are not sure. They are stuck. This person is absolutely stuck on the other person who they feel they can never replace. Look at that person. They didn't chase me. I thought they were obsessed with me. They didn't even chase me. Look at them. They're doing so well. I'll never find somebody else like them ever again. Why did I not take the opportunity? So this person is feeling very down and out on themselves. And as I said that, I got the King of Cups in reverse. So this is like a deep void in their heart now. Now they're recognizing the value and worth of the person they had in their life. Okay, so what action person A will finally take? I will open later. Gemini, let's go to the other side, see how person B is feeling, and then we'll do the action cards together. So person B, how are you feeling? Why do you have the Two of Cups in reverse? Person B says, well, I did respect them. I did find them very attractive. And yes, for a bit, I did feel that we were the perfect match. We were meant to be together. We got along really well. There was attraction, there was passion, and there was like a meeting of two souls, I felt, maybe at one time. And I really thought I had met my person. But all they did was keep me waiting while they ghosted me and they cheated on me and they, ran away from me and held back from me and didn't build with me. So this can't be my true soulmate. Maybe I was wrong. Why else would they hurt me and betray my trust and leave me out? No, this can't be my forever person. They had nothing to offer me. They left me bleeding and by the roadside, hurt and betrayed. So I think person B is right now doing their healing work on themselves. So tell me then, why do you feel that they were lying and cheating and whatever? Eight of Wands in reverse. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse? Person B says because they lied. They put me into third parties. They put me into third parties. They treated me like a friend or friends with benefits. I just wasted a lot of time, energy, effort thinking that this is going to be my soulmate, but no longer. They didn't value me, they didn't see me, they didn't respect me. So I'm not going to allow anyone to make me feel that way. In fact, I'm going to cut this person out of my life. I see clearly now. I need to focus on my future. I did bring a lot to the table. I was ready to offer them everything, Omkaratarot. I brought a lot to the table. I really thought, I would be their perfect partner or whatever. But did they match my energy? No. They played hot and cold, kept me emotionally stuck, never opened up their emotions. So I think person B right now is trying to get onto their own little boat and sail off towards calmer times for themselves, heal their own selves. Maybe all that love that they were pouring into the other person, they've taken that cup of love back or put a lid on that cup of love. So tell me then, how do you see this connection then? How do you see person A? How do you feel about this connection right now as I'm doing the reading? It's been stuck. Person B says Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Nothing moved in any direction. And yes, I've had a lot of time to think. Omkaratarot. They never built with me. They never rebuilt with me. I don't want to be in a connection where I have to continuously prove myself or fight for their attention or fight to be with them. This person took my love for granted. They just kept taking, but never filled my cup. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yes, person B is right now focusing on their own stability. It's like, I haven't lost trust in myself. I still know what I bring to the table. I know what kind of a person I am, and if not them, then I'm going to move on and sail off and move towards my own safety, security, and maybe meet a person who's in that vibration one day, who sees my value and worth. I think in this connection, person B just got very hurt and betrayed, and they've kind of accepted the ending. They are moving on, from what I feel, because they feel this can't be my soulmate. Otherwise, they would have offered something stable. I think person B was offering and was expecting a big offer from the other person, till they found out that person A is just immature. They just want passion. They're just in and out of my life. They're just a player. They'll never make up their mind. They're keeping me like an option in their life. So I think person B is saying, no, I need someone better. Okay, so let's see then what actions you guys will take then, either towards each other or in your own lives now in the next 7 days. I'll take another deck for this one, Gemini. And while I shuffle this deck now, may I please also remind you, if the storyline has been resonating, to please let me know. You can do that by tapping the thumbs up button or leaving me a comment. And newcomers, repeating viewers, do like, share, subscribe to the channel. We welcome you in. Alright, so person A, I'm back with you now. Action from your end towards person B or otherwise in your own life in the next 7 days. Person A's action, Spirit. Strength. What's the strength card? Are you still holding back, or are you trying to find your courage to be able to say something to person B? Four of Wands, Chariot, Empress, my God. Okay, so they are trying to find their courage to rush towards person B. They want to travel towards person B. They want to offer. Now they're ready. They're ready to offer a Four of Wands. They want to convince the other person that, no, you are my soulmate, and you are the person I love and respect and admire the most. I want to have fertility, joy, abundance, family, a forever with you, because I can't find anyone ever better than you. But the problem here is they lack the strength, because they're not sure whether the other person will even accept them back or will want them back anymore. So they need courage to go and lay their heart out there, in case person B has already given their heart to somebody else. Somebody maybe bigger and better than them. So they're trying to find out information, I feel. I mean, they do want to talk, they do want to clear the air, but they're not sure of what the other person is going to say. So person B, what about you? Action from your end towards person A or otherwise in your own life in the next 7 days. Person B's action. Two of Swords in reverse. Person B says, I'm nobody's option. They never chose me, so I chose myself. Let's see. What's the choice, person B? Queen of Cups. Okay, let's go on. 10 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, Star card, and the 5 of Pentacles. Bottom of my deck, yeah. Person B says, I did love them. I did love them a lot. I really thought that we were so good together. King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. I really did have wishes and dreams that, together we could build a 10 of Cups Omkaratarot. And I did put in the effort. I really was hoping this would work out, but I was the only one who was putting in the work. I was the one who was putting in, and all they did was abandon me and leave me out in the cold. So I think person B is just healing themselves right now, because they've also been very disappointed. So tell me about the 9 of Pentacles then, Spirit. This is person B saying, you know what, this is over. We had a tower between us. So right now, Omkaratarot, I'm focusing on the only real thing in my life, which is my pentacles. My stability, my money, my business, my work. And yes, see, I've been growing from 1 pentacle to 9 pentacles. I'm standing in my power, standing in my strength, trying to make my own dreams and wishes come true and make myself happy and do the right thing for myself. So that's where you guys are at. And till next time, then, love and light. Take care. Namaste, Gemini.